welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is something I've never done, but I think it's really important right now. So we are experiencing this weekend, I'm recording this on September 19th. We have a new moon in Libra. Yes, new moon in Libra, and then there's a solar eclipse happening on the same night, which is the 21st, and then the 22nd is the fall equinox, and then the 23rd, the powers that be are going to be having a ceremony of sorts, a ritual, if you will. And so I would like to put this here to counter that. Libra season starts on the 22nd or the 23rd. So Libra is the sign, it's an air sign, and it's all about justice. It's about balancing the scales of justice, which is technically an ancient Egyptian thought, right? That in order to get into heaven or an afterlife of some sort, your heart had to be weighed against a feather to see if you were pure in your intentions and the things that you did as a human, right? As we know, these systems are incredibly evil, and there's going to be a lot of witches, and spiritualists are talking about like beware of the 23rd. And we don't do that over here. We don't fearmonger, we empower. So I already pulled the cards that I'm going to use for this. I'm wearing all red. This is specifically for the root chakra, what we're going to be talking about right now. The root chakra is the chakra that makes you feel safe or not, okay? And a lot of people have sexual trauma in this area. It's also the area of your legs, your feet, and also like just the root of you, right? Like your genital area. Our booties. So I'm going to share the 3 cards about the root chakra. I have 4 spells they're not really spells. I mean, they kind of are, but these are actions that you can take, and then I have 4 affirmations or like motivations, and I have 2 rocks to share. So I have this one I found in my alley yesterday, and it's like it's like kind of see-through, but it's petrified. It's petrified on this side, and then it's like super glassy on this side. So I don't know what material it was when it was alive, but like I said, it's petrified now. You can see the grooves. Anyway, and then I have this red heart. I don't think this is a real ruby. I think that would be really extreme if it was, but it's really beautiful, and I'm pretty sure it might be glass. I don't know, but it's a heart, a red heart. And I know my lighting is weird. You get what you get. Alright, so the first thing about the root chakra is stability and security, which I already spoke on a little bit. So I feel like the powers that be are doing everything they can to make us all feel like we're in a lack or victim mentality. And that's why I'm sharing this, because we can empower ourselves out of that. We cannot fall for that, and we can just like let them do their thing and do our own thing. There's a need for countering of whatever it is that they're going to be doing, and this is a very powerful weekend, okay? We have finances. Again, speaking to that lack, they're really going to be pushing us to feel like that, not only with these new laws that they're passing, but also with the inflation, the way things are going, the way that they're utilizing their funding or their monies, the way that these corporations are doing what they're doing, all of that. So finances for us is very important to get to a space of balance within us. So I do have 2 different money spells here, and we'll go over that next. And we have the physical body. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Drink extra water in these times. Try to eat healthy. I would say if you're eating meat, eat meat from a source that you can trust, if that's possible. If you're able to get meat, from a local source, I would highly recommend doing that. I'm not going to go into that, but the meat that is used in, I guess I am going into it, the meat that's used in the restaurants, the chains, right, is sourced from questionable material, and it's used to keep people very low vibrational. So I highly recommend just this weekend kind of lay off of the McDonald's, the Taco Bell, the Pizza Hut, all of those. Just give your body a minute to reset, okay? I want to go ahead and start with, we're going to start with this one first. This is Peace, Love, and Healing. These are all from this Practical Witches spell deck that I have. It's 100 spells for love, happiness, and success. So the first is Peace, Love, and Healing, and this is important for the collective, which is why we're doing it first, because yes, we want ourselves to be good, but no one's good until all of us are good, okay? The ultimate alchemy is to generate positive energy that spirals outward, improving everything in its path. You can contribute to universal peace and healing by burning a white candle anointed with rose oil on your altar during a waning moon on a Saturday, so tomorrow, which is Saturn's day, okay? Place a single white rose in the water and lay a garlic clove beside some rose incense. If you don't have any of that, you can use what you have with the same intention, okay? You could use like a tea light candle. I don't know. Just do what you feel called to do if you don't have these things. Light the incense, then take a bundle of white sage. We don't use white sage. White sage is a close practice. That's not for us. So I would say replace that with incense or rosemary or what are other things people burn? I mean, you could do tobacco. Whatever you have. Palo Santo. White sage is a close practice though. Okay, I'm just gonna read the saying to do whatever you feel called to do at some point this weekend. Either it's the full moon or the new moon. Think about what new cycles you want to welcome in, right? And allow yourself to do a practice around that. Whatever that looks like for you, this is just an idea, okay? And it's an idea that has a couple issues, all right? So you can say to yourself or write it down, war and grief will come to an end. We walk the path of peace. Love thy neighbor as thyself. All we need is love. With harm to none, only understanding. So mote it be. Okay, I like it when my spells rhyme, so that really annoyed me. Okay, now we have a moon magic money bath. And I'm just gonna read the thing. This is focused on the color green. So you can use stones if you have them that are green. You can go outside and get some plants and use those. Reefer, if you so choose, right? It says to use jasmine oil. I feel like a lot of people don't have these things at their house. So just remember, intention is everything. Just use this energy to facilitate things for, just be aware of what's going on. Here and now, my intention is set. New luck will be mine, and all my needs will be met. With harm to none, and plenty for all, blessed be to thee and me. So mote it be. Okay? Next, we have On the Rise with Rose. And I pulled this one out because it's specifically talking about the color red. And that's what we're talking about with the root chakra. So If you want to jumpstart your life and bring positive change, tap into the power of the rose and red stones. Stones of this color and spectrum contain life's energy and can help you become more motivated, energetic, and vibrant. Wear this list of rosy red stones or place them on your desk throughout your home for an instant boost. Alexandrite, carnelian, garnet, red coral, red jasper, rhyolite, red rose jasper, and ruby. Okay? If you have any of those. If not, again, intention. Grow your own prosperity. The following list of herbs can be used in any ritual in which the intention is prosperity: allspice, almond, basil, bergamot, mint, cedar, cinnamon, I don't know how to say this, cinquefoil, I don't know what that is, clover, dill, ginger, heliotrope, honeysuckle, hyssop, jasmine, myrtle, nutmeg, oat moss, sassafras. I didn't know that was an actual thing. I thought that was just a lingo. Vervain and woodruff. Okay? Try these alone or in mixtures, tinctures, or ground into your own incenses. You can also plant prosperity garden and refresh your abundance altar with herbs and flowers grown by your own hands. So if you don't have any access to those things, again, tweak it to how it fits for you. I want to say that because of this, I want to talk a little bit about the importance of acknowledging your sexual healing, your sensuality, your eroticism, your ability to feel and release, even if there's been trauma, which for a lot of us there has been. I think that whatever ritual the others are going to be doing, it's definitely going to be something to target the root chakra. They have lots of victims this way. And so I just want you to be aware, if you feel extra triggered this weekend or early next week, I want you to think about your root chakra. Think about the things that you've endured and the way that it has come up for you. I think that there's really going to be a push to make people feel very unsafe. There was something that was going to happen on the 24th, and so some people are, I think it had to do with the Epstein list, which is again why we're talking about the root chakra so much, one of the reasons. But I think that, so someone is there's people speculating like there's supposed to be some sort of, breakthrough with the list or something. And so people are saying there's probably going to be some sort of distraction. Now things are escalating quickly. Things are, more and more things are happening, like every day, multiple times a day. And I think that for the most part, people aren't used to that. They're not used to that much trauma. So remember to do your best to stay grounded. Put your feet on the planet, like on the ground. This weekend, if you are able, I don't think we have. Yeah, think about whatever you do experience. I guess stay in that Libra energy of demanding justice for yourself and for others. And I think that collectively, if we stay in that energy, we can have a lot of power, and we can support, we can counter whatever these fuckers are doing. Crazy. Only action leads to success. Confidence creates miracles. Be confident in whatever you are doing this weekend, because I think that whatever these rituals are, Benjamin Netanyahu, someone came on and said that he was planning something big for the 23rd. They're gonna be doing rituals. I never wear red, and I'm wearing a lot of fucking red right now. I know you can't really tell, but yes, this is red. And so I feel like whatever you need to do, red represents a lot of things. It also represents blood, okay? So, I don't know. I feel like the ritual is going to be, I think all of their rituals are blood sacrifices in some sort. So again, we need to counter that so they don't get too much power. Okay? Do not overlook your unique qualities. And only love can sustain persistence. Okay? So act from a place of love for yourself and for others. Acknowledge the ritual abuse that has been happening to people. If you yourself have experienced that, give yourself that space to, I would say with this new moon, leave it behind or get the justice, right? Or, you know, call in justice for that within this. I mean, and I'm going to tell you one more time. A new moon, a solar eclipse, the fall equinox, these fucking evil ass motherfuckers doing whatever the fuck they're doing, and a change from Virgo into Libra. So going from a very stable, organized, hermited like energy into air energy that demands justice but can be very frank because it demands justice. So be aware. Also, bloodstone is a good one. It's not black. It looks black, but it's not. I've got 2 of these. I think there's one in my purse. I might work with that a little bit more. Alright, I have to go. I think the bacon is burning. Have a good night.